Do you believe that we live in the Matrix? Would you choose rather a red or blue one? Choose wisely. Magic! Okay, let's go. Well, hello YouTubers, how are ya? And welcome to my channel once again. Hopefully you watched my previous video, and if you didn't, please do. And also, did you subscribe to my channel? No? Oh my god, how could you? Please do this right now. And also, don't forget to comment down below, just in case you're new here, just like me, noob. This is my second video, and you see I did some improvements, but that doesn't mean that I will be good this time. I'm reading here and try to improve my speech, trying to improve my vocabulary, and this may sound stupid, but I'm afraid of cameras and also of microphones. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Do you hear me, by the way? I hope you do, and I hope those videos are still recording. Okay, I started with a riot video. Everyone is doing a video about George Floyd, about riots and about America, but this time I decided to do something fun. I did a small research on Reddit and found several interesting topics to read with you. I know nothing about YouTube, also I know nothing about Reddit, but what's Ask Reddit? Ask Reddit is the place to ask and answer through provoking questions. And guys, I must say, I found some provoking questions for you. Without further ado, please go! I really enjoyed posts on Reddit, and especially I enjoy funny, and really silly nicknames. Chunky Blowfish. Say it gets confirmed we live in the Matrix. What are some glitches in life that you discovered? Beta Mindhub phenomenon, where the thing you've just noticed, experienced, or been told about suddenly crops up constantly. This happens way too often to me with obscure things for it not to be a glitch in the Matrix. Well, yeah. I actually know about this phenomenon, and it happens to me quite a lot. It's like how in GTA, if you steal a rare car, you suddenly notice everyone driving that car. It's only because a select number of different cars can be rendered at once, so the one you have is also reused a lot. Solo bins. You breathe with one nostril at a time, and it switches every few hours. That's interesting, because I read this fact yesterday. Is that a Barden-Meinhof phenomenon? I think it is. If you ignore the reasonable explanation for it, déjà vu. Do you think déjà vu is a glitch in the Matrix? Do you believe that we live in the Matrix? Would you choose rather a red or blue one? Choose wisely. Tifflery. It's like Tiffany, but it's not. I had washed a Yeti cup in the sink along with its lid and straw. After washing each piece, I set them on a cup towel on the counter and proceeded to pick up each piece to dry it with another towel. I picked up the straw and dropped it onto the floor, but it wasn't on the floor. Onto the cabinets, anywhere, it's gone. I've looked for this straw almost every day since this happened several months ago. It's gone. I'm convinced it fell into another dimension. There was literally nowhere could have rolled to or under. It was one of the thick, hard plastic type straws, reusable. I know it made it onto the counter, and I know I picked up to dry it off and dropped it, and I immediately stooped down to the floor to look for it. I can't explain it. Yeah, man, that's probably another dimension. Born sleepy. This is the kind of stuff that always gets me. It's like so small, yet just a strange occurrence. I remember reading on here that someone cut an apple, an orange or something in half, dropped one half, and then never found it. Crazy stuff. It's not crazy. I think it's pretty scary. Gee. Valerian Steel Yo Girl. Check above the kick plate at the bottom of a fridge. That's a good idea. Wait, what about the sink drain hole glitch? Same thing happened to me with a dime. It fell off the table and it should have hit the floor with a bang, but nothing. I actually was starting to legitimately question reality as I looked everywhere for it. I eventually found it though. It had landed on a slipper. That was sitting on an AC under the table. I just didn't consider that it could even land in it, given the angle at which the dime had fell. Pretty sure you experienced macro-quantum tunneling. Doctor Who. Forgetting the objective when switching rooms. Oh, yeah. It's not a glitch. I think it's a problem with your memory because I usually forget what I have to do, what I need to tell. This was scary. Also, I usually forget that I have my phone in my hands and I try to find it and I can't find it. Oh, where is my phone? Where is it? Oh, it's here. Was there the whole time, dude. I swear, sometimes I've put my keys in my pocket, get ready to leave the house, touch said pocket to confirm the presence of the keys, slap an empty pocket, and then what do I see when I turn around? Those same keys sitting bold as brass on the table, as if they weren't in my pocket 15 seconds ago. It happens when they fucking change something. Just packet loss, try connecting to a closer server, and if that doesn't work, reset your router or use Ethernet instead of Wi-Fi. Jesus. I once saw a really big cube that was grey and had a really smooth surface. It was in the forest a bit away from me for like 2 seconds, then it vanished, probably some bug in the chunk loading. The bundles didn't download. Son of madness. Oh, that's a common rendering bug that devs can't seem to patch. It has to do with the environment loading times. If a timeout occurs, an iBlink page refresh usually resets it. Miss what? A few years ago, I woke up at around 4 a.m. to hear Selena Gomez's Love You Like a Love song blasting from a car outside. For the next 2 weeks, at the same time, every night, that car would park nearby and play it. It was haunting. Jesus. A big nothing burger. I'd prefer like quadruple burger from In-N-Out. I love to eat. One time I found duplicate road sign right next to each other on the same corner. Both had a stop sign. Both had 2 street names in the same orientation. Both in the same rusty condition. There was still a sign on the opposite corner too. And the duplicate sign disappeared after a couple of days. Shivering. Yesterday I saw 2 motors home being sold on 2 side-by-side driveways for different homes. Almost identical. Were you drunk the first time? Addictions. It's one of these glitches where you're stuck in the game at a part and can't continue. Yeah, my uncle never got to the part of the cigarette quest line, but I think it's feature he got a quest called Cancer, I think. It's a hardcore quest where you don't respawn. It's funny and it's really sad. Why on earth would you make jokes about your uncle dying of cancer? Muggle Dave. Some people have difficulty accessing and calling their orgasm function. And some others, well, you know, the 2-second stuff. Random objects, aka socks, that vanish without explanation. My dreams are so vivid that I'm convinced that my consciousness continuously overlaps into alternate realities. It's really annoying and makes me very confused whenever I wake up. For example, last night I dreamt that my former friend, came to apologize to me and make amends. When I woke up, it took me several minutes to realize that she did not, in fact, come back. How about dreams where previous dreams become real memories? This happens to me, it's heartbreaking. I had cut ties with 4 of my closest girlfriends and I dream about them constantly, where it is so real that I wake up thinking everything is normal and we're good again. We're not. Someone please tell this guy that he typed in his password in a place where his nickname should be. Driving with my wife and she actually mentions there was a song that she heard in middle school where it was just an older guy talking. I instantly recalled it must have been Baz Luhrmann, Wear Sunscreen. She couldn't believe it, so she pulled up YouTube and boom, barely a sentence describing a childhood memory, and then I named the exact song. We listened until about 2/3 the way through and she dropped me off at my truck I had left at the bar the night before. I have had an iPad Nano in my truck for about 5 years. Completely dead, I threw it in the glove box when I switched vehicles. For some reason I thought at this moment to plug it in. It woke up, paused playing song on shuffle. Baz Luhrmann, Wear Sunscreen. The song was paused at nearly the exact moment that I had forgotten out of my wife's car. My dad saw two cars of the same exact make, model, color, etc. turn into a parking lot at the exact same time. There were multiple entrances and they were one entrance apart. That's the developers messing around. I've kept a dream journal for much of my life because of dreams that seem to last for days or weeks or even months in one example and contain things that conscious me didn't know. For example, I had a dream where I was speaking with someone very important. That is a story in itself. Having quite an extensive conversation, and they suddenly asked me what language we were speaking in. I then realized that we had been speaking in Greek, that I understood it so well I hadn't even noticed. When I woke up, I couldn't speak Greek, but I jotted down a few phrases I remembered. It took me a while to get them translated because they were transliterations, the sounds, the words used. And not spelled correctly, of course. But they were from the Septuagint, the 3rd century Greek Bible. I have a really interesting story myself. It's not about myself, it's about my mom. We were in Slovenia once. She fell asleep on the beach and a couple of guys were nearby. They were speaking Slovenian, and when my mom was sleeping, she heard their conversations and suddenly she realized that she understands everything they are talking about. They were speaking about some cars and car accidents, and then she woke up and said that she understood everything. Slovenian? Greek? What other languages are trying to get to your brains and make you learn them unconsciously? One time I was stopped in the middle of the pedestrian lane when I was jaywalking for no reason. I heard a honk, came to my senses and looked right to it. And right before it was about to hit me, I was on the other side of the road already. I don't know if it was just tripping, but people were looking at me when I looked back at the truck to try to understand what just happened. Quantum immortality. So a Starbucks across the street from a Starbucks. Welcome to America. I think there is a place in America where there is a Starbucks inside of a Starbucks and inside of a Starbucks as well. When you buy a muffin and you bite it and there's a Starbucks inside. The Mandela effect, false memories held by large numbers of people. The Mandela effect got its name when Fiona Broome, a self-identified paranormal consultant, detailed how she remembered former South African President Nelson Mandela dying in the 80s in prison, although Mandela lived until 2013. Broome could describe remembering news coverage of his death and even a speech from his widow about his death, yet none of it happened. If Broome's thoughts occurred in isolation, that would be one factor. However, Broome found that the other people thought the exact same as her. Even though the event never happened, she wasn't the only one who felt like it did. As a result, the Mandela effect concept was born. Optical illusions. And the guy just recommends to update biographic cards and drivers. That's nice. When I was younger, I needed to go to the loo at night. I saw my younger sister standing in our room at her desk, seemed as if he was looking for something. I went to the bathroom and walked by my mom's sleeping room, saw my sister sleeping in my mom's bed. When I was young, I had a really strange dream as well. I'm not even sure that it was a dream because it felt so realistic. And there was a cupboard in my room and I woke up and I saw that it's open and then I fell asleep. Then I woke up again in the morning and everything was closed. I asked my mom if it was open, but she said that it never was. That night at least, she didn't touch it or whoever. Nobody entered my room. And it was pretty scary because it really felt like the real thing. Magnets. Magic. Fainting. Accidental restart. I think I fainted like a couple of times in my life. My dick is small. Sorry, I don't think it's a glitch in Matrix. Sorry. My toes catching the furniture walls. This is my favorite part. I literally wreck my toes every single day. I don't know why. I heard that some people say that the house is beating you, that it doesn't like you, and that's why you catch everything with your toes. But I don't believe that. I think it's not true. I think my house loves me. When I take my glasses off, the textures are super low res. The romance tree is blocked for me. Sorry, Sands Road for Broski. I keep hearing thunder despite there being no lightning. I know about the cat glitch thing. You know, where a cat stares at nothing and looks nowhere, and basically he sees something because he gets scary, and he looks like he sees something and you don't. And what's that? Is that a ghost? Or maybe it's a glitch? Or maybe it's something else? Maybe cat can see dead people? Or what is that? Tell me, let me know. Do you know what that is? About 2 weeks ago, I had a strange incident. I live with my long-term partner and our 2 teens. I had get ready to go to the supermarket and could not find my glasses. I only started wearing glasses a couple of years ago and have 2 identical pairs. Plain red frame and plain black frame. As I said, both identical make and design, just different colors. They are not identical if they are different colors, man. But okay. Anyway, I find the red ones, but don't like wearing them as they are a bit loose and slip down my nose. So I start looking for the black glasses. Daughter and partner say they saw my black glasses in the bathroom next to my jewelry, so I go and get them. Obviously, that's where I left them yesterday before going to bed, right? Anyway, the glasses are covered in a thick dust on the lens, like they haven't been disturbed in weeks. I show them to my daughter confused because they aren't my glasses. These ones, rather than completely plain, have a silver strip on the arms of the glasses. So partner's son and daughter are laughing at me, assuming I'm perhaps bloody senile. Assuming I'm perhaps going bloody senile at the ripe age of 38. Finally, my daughter compares them to my red ones and confirms they are different glasses. They fit and I can see out of them, but they aren't mine. No one else wears glasses. We haven't had visitors due to COVID. I honestly just don't know. My hunger meters feel slower than other players. Mine too. I bloody love to eat. I can eat anything. Time freezes sometimes. Oh yeah, it does. 2020. I think this is the best comment so far. I think that 2020 is the biggest glitch in the system, in the entire universe. Look at it. Look what happened this year. Like tons of different stuff. Why? How? Is that going to end? Is this a big glitch? Is this going to end by the end of 2020? Okay, this is just a small video to cheer you up. Like, share, subscribe, as I'm trying to get better every time. This guy, do you see it? Do you see this guy? Do you see I have a mic now? Well, hello. It's big. It's pretty big. I still don't know if it will be interesting enough for you, so please comment down below if you like my speech, if you don't like it, or maybe you want me to do other videos. Or maybe I should choose vlogging as well. Maybe tell you something about myself, or maybe you have questions that you want to ask me. Please do. Hello. Oh, by the way, I think I can do ASMR here. Please subscribe to my channel. Click the like button. Hope that you enjoyed my video.